Hey, what's up guys? It's Pixelated. I'll follow. Thanks for stopping by and welcome back to Third Age Total War. Today we have another custom scenario. This one was made by Kuru Guru Chan, and this one is a historical battle. This is actually a really tragic battle for the free peoples of Middle-earth. This is where Isildur gets killed. It's the Battle of the GLADDEN Fields. So he just defeated Sauron. He did not destroy the ring, and he is marching back, and they get ambushed, and really they just get wiped out. Not only does Isildur get wiped out, but also his sons. Now, since he was king of Arnor and Gondor, the kingdoms are now isolated because they no longer have their king, and of course everything goes down south after this event. Now, this is a pretty cool one because it's an ambush battle. As you can tell, the troops aren't really, they're not deployed for battle. They're just kind of marching back. If we look around the forest, though, waiting for them to get into position, we have some large forces of orcs waiting in the trees. So we got some orcs from Mordor and orcs from the Misty Mountains. So pretty exciting stuff. This is a 2 versus 1. Also, we're gonna spice it up today. Now, I don't know if this was actually historical, if this was a thing, but if Arnor can get one of his cav units over to the other side of the, river, there's a small expedition force of elves. So it's kind of like them calling for aid in a time of need. So if he can actually get his cav over here, then he can activate his small elven force to help out in this battle. Now, if Isildur dies, then it's game over. So the Arnor player, he needs to keep him alive, and the orcs must attack in waves, trying to simulate a very organized ambush. So let's go ahead, look at the players, look at the army comps, and then we can get this one started. So we will start with the good guys here. We got the Kingdom of Arnor, commanded by Sin of the Dark Cloud. His main Arnorian force here, consisting of mostly Dunedain knights. He's got some heavy Arnorian Arnorian men at arms, and he has some archers, like the Arnorian heavy archers. I think that's it. Yeah, and then he's got the Knights of Numenor, and of course here is the bodyguard of Isildur. Let's move on to the rest of his army, which is a small force of elves, 4 units, some Eldar archers and Eldar spearmen. That's about it. Now, looking at the baddies, the orcs. The first army is Mordor, commanded by Kuru Guru Chan. He's got orc maulers and archers and orc band. Nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy. You know, Sauron was defeated, so Mordor is pretty banged up right now, so they don't have exactly a huge force to deal with. That is why they are ambushing. So yeah, pretty cool, and they are scattered around the map here, around the road and the river. And then the last army, which we can't see, unfortunately, but you will see it on the screen, commanded by GLADDEN. This is the orcs of the Misty Mountains. He's got a lot of orc raiders. Again, lower tier kind of orc units. He's got some troops over here, some goblin infantry. So that's pretty much it for the armies. I think this one's going to be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do normal speed and witness the great army of Isildur march through this very deadly road. Now this, if you guys remember, this is the part of, it's mentioned in the intro of the Fellowship when Galadriel is doing, like, explaining what's going on with the ring and everything, and then it shows Isildur in the river, and she's like, but the ring, it betrayed him, and he gets shot in the back with arrows. That's what we're looking at right here, and this is part of the river of Anduin. So pretty cool stuff. So let's actually just fast forward here a little bit. All right, so I made a small cut there. You just witnessed them marching. Nothing really going on, but it seems like Isildur, he has seen some of the ambushing forces, and they are now getting into battle position. We can see the dismounted Dunedain knights forming up here, and we've got a small group of Snaga skirmishers and goblin infantry moving into position. We do have some archer fire coming down. Here comes the Snaga skirmishers. Oh, the cav is just going to trample these guys. So yeah, not a great start for the baddies here, the orcs, as this heavy cav is just running down these skirmishers. Again, this is not the best force a part of the ambush. You know, it's a very small, light infantry skirmisher kind of army. Really, it's probably honestly a distraction, if anything else. Here comes another charge from the Knights of Numenor, and here comes Isildur charging in as well, trying to take out this orc position, and they are cutting through these troops like a hot knife through butter, like a lawnmower cutting down tall grass, and that's going to be it for the analogies or metaphors. So, let's see. I think it's just going to continue to trample these guys. I mean, really, the best thing they can get out of this, the ambushers, the orcs, is that they waste their ammo and they get a couple kills on the cav unit. But honestly, there's nothing he can really do here. If we look over on this side, though, oh my god. There's a lot of orcs charging down this mountain as of right now. Since we couldn't really see their army before, now seeing them come down this hill is a bit terrifying. If you look at that balance of power, it's way in favor of the orcs, but remember, they have to attack in waves, so they can't necessarily use their overwhelming numbers. So yeah, that's it for that small orc company. Poor souls there as a sacrifice. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish there, but they did not accomplish any. Well, they killed one knight, so there you go. That's something. Oh, it looks like they killed another one there. So they got a couple kills. But again, not really doing anything to Isildur's army. But here comes the orcs. They're now forming up. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a standoff here. Or maybe the orcs will just continue to push and try to surround this army. So let's see, where is he going now? So he's reforming, he's getting his Dunedain. I mean, these Dunedain knights are really, really tough. So the orcs are going to have to really just outflank them. There's no way they can defeat them head on. I mean, he has a couple units of orc raiders, which are pretty good compared to, well, I don't know. You know, they're not that great. Again, they're relying on numbers, so they're going to have to flank around. Well, they do have the heavy goblin infantry, which these guys are a lot better compared to most orc infantry. So he's going to have to really rely on them to try to flank around and take out this position. Again, Isildur, he needs to get to the other side and try to get the elven support here. But let's see. The orcs are forming up a line. He does have some goblin infantry in the front here, watching over. And dismounted Dunedain forming a line. So it looks like both players are just trying to figure out what to do next. He is moving up his archers. Again, he only has, let's see, he has 2 units of archers, I believe. So he's got to try to conserve his ammo because he has a lot of orcs to cut through. Honestly, they should have spawned like orcs way back here, so there's no way he could like fall back, because it's not really a good ambush when you let the you know, the army that you're trying to ambush a way out. So maybe he should have spawned some orcs that could not attack until later on in the battle, so they can just watch the bridge. So there's nowhere to go for Isildur. But here we go. The archers, I think they're in range. They should be able to fire down in this massive army. The orcs are, here we go. Here we go. Massive charge. He does have some Snaga archers moving forward, so he's got a pretty impressive archer force, which is going to make Arnor he's got to attack. He can't sit back, because there's no way, even though he has better archers, the amount of archers that the orcs have is just, it's going to be way too much for their army, and they are going to have to attack and try to silence them. But he does have his men in loose formation. Look at that. Oh, that is an ambush. Good old suppressing fire on their position, and the Dunedain knights are pushing forward to meet the goblin infantry in a bloody conflict. Here we go, they're charging in. I think they're gonna go back into tight formation, and we have more troops over here pushing on the flank. These Dunedain knights, gotta be careful because you don't want to get any flanks open, exposed, and get outflanked. But yeah, there he goes. He's going to form back into tight formation. Much better. Oh, look at the blood spray everywhere, taking a lot of damage there. And here comes the charge. Beautiful charge from the goblin infantry here. So this is a wonderful start to this epic ambush. I guess it's not technically the start, but it's like the main start, if you know what I mean. Like the big engagement here. And here comes the Arnor men-at-arms to support their Dunedain brothers. And this is a pretty impressive battle line here. Again, the Dunedains should be able to clean this up pretty quickly. But they gotta move fast or they are going to get silenced. They're gonna get hit hard by those goblin archers. There we go. We have more goblins, more armies. Oh, they're giving out commands there. Yeah, they're forming up this way, moving up, blocking the road just so the cav can't make it through. Again, he's got to try to get to those elves if he wants to win this battle. I mean, he could try to win this without the elven support. But just when Isildur thought this was over, just when he thought the war was over and the ring was safe, the orcs attack. Oh, geez, look at all these skirmishers. Oh, wow, he's even got jabbies up here, which are going... Yeah, this is going to be really rough, and he's got to move his cav. He is running Isildur this way. Oh, he's going to go for the charge, though. We've got some heavy goblin infantry coming in to face the general. This is really risky, because remember, if he dies, it's game over, and he's going to continue to push through. I think he's going for those elves. I think he's going to try to run through and activate that elven force, because he realizes he's going to need the support. Here comes the Knights of Anumanos charging in. It looks like they're going to do the same. Oh, wait, no, he's coming around. He's coming around. He's going after the archers. So he's not going to go for that elven support. At least not yet. And he's taking out these archers, trying to silence them so he can support his infantry. Here comes the Knights of Anumanos, also going in for some rear charges. Not quite going out for support of the elves. Man, just charging into these huge number of orcs. Isildur is down to 27 men. Charging into the archers once again. And there we go. A lot of the Dunedain are victorious, but they got to keep moving, got to keep attacking, and they have to silence those archers, those skirmishers, or they're going to lose a lot of soldiers, take a lot of casualties, and there's nothing they can do about it. But more and more orcs pouring into the gaps, refilling the front line, re-supporting their troops. There we go. Man, that's a lot of archer fire coming in. So pretty epic battle line there. Knights of Anumanos just cleaning up the archers. This is good to see. Great tactics here by Sin the Dark Cloud. And let's see what Isildur is doing. He's still taking out some bodyguard. There we go. The battle music has begun. And is he going to go for the elves? No, he's going to continue to wrap around, do cycle charges. But we got to watch Isildur. There we go, nice hammer and anvil, getting behind the orcs, breaking their flanks, and causing fear amongst the ranks with the great powerful Knights of Anumanos. Here they come, continuing to flank around, pushing on this side. Snaga archers getting hit hard by the cav units. Wow. Doing a lot of damage. They are shaken. And there's another flanking charge, another hammer and anvil on the back of their ranks. There's a bird's eye view of this engagement. Yeah, they're definitely getting overwhelmed over here. I think pretty soon they got to go for that elven force because they are going to need the reinforcements. But it's looking okay on this flank. They still have a solid amount of troops, but on this side, look at this. They are just overwhelming their forces. Their archers have been just slaughtered from orc archers. It's just too many of them. And, oh man, they're starting to get surrounded over here. They need more support. They need cav support. Here comes another hammer and anvil at the back of the goblin infantry. Any second now, these guys will be wavering. And Isildur is fighting very bravely, trying to protect the One Ring, trying to protect his army. But so far, he has lost a lot of good men. And the bodyguard is now down to 21 troops. So there he is, that great goatee. Continuing to chase down this goblin infantry. Man, Man, these goblins will not break. They will not give up. They know they're fighting for their lord. Defeat is not over yet for Sauron. I was gonna say Saruman. So there we go. They finally are breaking through. They gotta deal with this small group of forces here. They need to send support over here. These Dunedain are getting overwhelmed. And here comes Isildur, returning back to the back lines, getting a rest, taking a breather. And when will he go for those elves? We got some Arnor men-at-arms abandoning their king. They feel like there's no hope in this battle, and they're gonna run into the forest here. Let's see. I think the Cav is gonna be flanking around again. Oh, jeez, we got a whole nother army from Mordor moving into position. And the Misty Mountains throwing in what they have left of their forces, attacking the flank of these Arnor men-at-arms. And we have more goblin heavy infantry coming this way, trying to get around the flank. And just look at the carnage. Look at this battle line. You can see where a battle was fought by looking at all the dead bodies on the battlefield. But I'm getting really concerned about Isildur's army. I don't think he's gonna have enough here. Like, he still has a ton of troops to take care of. Not sure. You know what? He might be. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's going for the elves. I think he's trying to get out of here. Let's see if he can get this Knight of Anumanos over to that bridge. Now, the orcs could easily block this bridge. I don't know if that's against the rules. I think it would be against the rules. I have no problem with them trying to put up a stand right here to prevent the cav units to get over to that bridge. But these guys are tired. They're still eager. As long as they don't break, they don't waver, there's still hope for Isildur. He has sent out his scouting party, calling for aid, because look at this massive horde of orc band. Now remember, this is a lot of troops, but they are orc band, and orc band are pretty trash. They are pretty terrible. So even though he lost a lot of good men, he still should have enough to take care of them. So just got to clean up this orc bodyguard, the heavy goblin infantry here, which is a pretty tough unit, but again, not too tough for the brave Dunedain knights. Dismounted Dunedain knights. Look at the orc band just waiting to advance. God, this is a huge force. All right, let's see what's going on here. Wait, what is this? What is this? Oh wait, he still has a ton of troops. Okay, this is a game changer. All right, so where are the knights? I guess the knights made it. They got close enough to activate the elven army. So this is a small force of forest wardens, sentinels of the woodland realm, and yeah, more woodland realm sentinels. So this is like a Sylvan elf force, and then the high elves are over here. So he can actually call in the reinforcements in parts, in sections. So here we go. The elves are now coming to Isildur's aid, even though they were kind of, backstabbed there by Isildur, but not destroying the ring. And now the brave men, the brave Dunedain, have to form a very tight, small formation because they have such little troops. So here comes the massive horde of orcs. My God, there is no hope. There's absolutely no hope. Let's see if they can form a wall here and hold on against this massive horde of orc band. He's actually falling back here. He's falling back to the king. Let's see what he's doing here. Is he going to go back to the bridge? That might actually be a pretty good idea. So yes, he is falling back to the bridge because it's a very small choke point and he needs less men to defend it. So that's actually pretty wise. And then he's going to rely on his elves over here to try to attack the orcs at the flank. We do have some orc band kind of protecting that flank. And, oh no, where are the Knights of Anumanos? Where did they go? Oh, here they go. Here they go. Elves, help us. When in doubt, call for elves. So I guess once he crosses this bridge, he can now move forward the elves. And if you are playing as the orcs, the best thing to do here is just to focus all of your attention on Isildur, because if you take him out, the battle is over. So the elves are going to be pretty tough, you know, to face. But again, all they have to do is take out Isildur. So there goes that dismounted Dunedain. They are eager, but they are exhausted. They're marching back to position, falling back, and here comes the orcs close behind, chasing them down. The archers are forming up on the ridge line here, about to fire down on the position. Oh, he's sacrificing one of his units here. He's got a small unit of Dunedain, and he's actually sending in another unit to try to hold back these orcs and buy more time for the rest of the army. What brave souls, sacrificing their lives for the greater good. Here comes that archer support coming in. Not a lot of archers left, but it's good to have them there. Alright, let's see what's going on with these elves. What is going on with the orcs? What is this? This massive long line of orcs. I guess they're coming to plug the bridge here to try to stop the elves from coming in. Looks like the Cavs having some difficulty. The horses are like, what is this bridge? I don't know how to get past it. But here comes the elves. They are now calling Isildur's aid. Or they're answering Isildur's aid. So crossing the bridge here. The orcs are going to meet them on the bridge to try to slow them down. That's a great idea. The orcs are obviously not going to win this engagement. All they're trying to do here is buy more time. Very nice. Very, very nice. Look at this long line of orcs just continuously charging into that bridge. We have more orcs coming from the shadows over here from the trees, crossing a nice land bridge over here across the river. Let's see what's going on the other side. Oh yeah, we got forces just pouring in. And this is what Isildur's army is down to. A handful of troops trying to protect this bridge. And I think they're going to be able to do it, at least for a while. But those elves, they got to hurry up. They got to get over to that king, or there is no hope. No hope whatsoever. The elves are just chewing up this orc band unit, so they should be able to break through pretty quickly. He needs these archers. These archers are going to rack up a ton of kills. Even the spearmen. The spearmen are going to do very well. But the orcs have their backs to the railing of this bridge, and they are getting chopped into pieces. This is hardly a fight, more of an execution of orcs. They stand no chance by themselves against the Eldar spearmen. Alright, so more orcs forming up this way. It's just an endless horde of troops keeping the king back on the bridge. And of course, we have more forces coming this way. If we look at the percentage killed, allies, which in this battle, the allies are the orcs. They've lost 50% of their army, and Isildur and his army have only lost 37%. So there's still hope. There's still hope. Just got to continue to kill these orcs. This massive horde pushing. Look at that army. Look at that. Just, they've got all the time in the world to kill Isildur. I mean, I don't know. Even with the elven support. Oh, here comes the charge. Here we go. Forest Wardens. Yeah, even with the elven support, it's going to be tough because there's just so many orcs. Alright, here comes another charge from the Forest Wardens. Trying to destroy the back part of the ambush. Sentinels of the Woodland Realm firing down at some orcs back here. Trying to take out some a stationary unit of orc band. Honestly, he needs to be focusing down the more high threat units like the heavy goblin infantry. Actually, we have a general over here. This would be a great unit to go after because killing the general obviously will destroy the morale of the orc forces. Unfortunately, some of the sentinels are going to have to fight in melee because there's just too many orcs to deal with. He can't hold them back. Here's more archers. Yeah, take out that general. No, he's wasting his ammo on that orc band. So here comes more elves coming this way. They finally broke through the bridge, and they're trying to march. The Knights of Numenor, they're like, quickly, this way. The king is in need. Hurry. All right, let's see how the king is holding over here. Oh, God. Not good. Oh, God, not good at all. So, yeah, his forces are getting pushed back. He needs a catapult. I'm such a catapult whore. But seriously, he needs a catapult. It would kill so many troops. Let's see. I mean, I don't know how many troops he has over here, but it looks like about maybe 200, 100 men here holding back probably like 500. Uh-oh. He's now having to send in his archers into this fight because he is running out of infantry. And look at this. Oh, look at this army here. This is disgusting. This is a huge amount of forces. What is he supposed to do against this? I mean, I guess really nothing. He's just got to hold out at the bridge. Yeah, if he did not fall back to the bridge, there is no way he could have won this battle. All right, let's see what's going on over here with the elves. Elves are actually falling back? Where is he going? Why is he going back in the forest? I mean, I know the elves like their forest, but they need to help the king. Let's see, the elves are, I mean, they just need to get over there as fast as possible. Here comes the Sylvan elves. They're trying to run up this hill, it looks like. But all of the orcs are right here. I think it's safe to say. What's left of the orc ambushing army is stationed right here. And the elves are trying to quickly get over there. Let's see, well, we do have some heavy goblin infantry taking on the forest wardens. He should probably send some support over here to take out the small force because it is slowing him down quite a bit. Or he might just run past them. His troops are going to be exhausted, but he has to run them into position. We got a small pocket of fighting over here with the Eldar Spearmen and some Orc Band. Oh, jeez. Oh my God, they are so close to taking this bridge. And now the archers are getting suppressed by orc archers. Look at this battlefield. A lot of friendly fire here, actually. This is actually kind of good for the men of Arnor. Because even though he might lose a couple, the orcs are also losing a lot of good soldiers here. All right, more troops charging into the bridge, one at a time. All right, let's see how close these elves are, though. Oh, they're getting there. But what are they supposed to do when they get there? There's two units of troops. Here's some more archers coming in. All right, here we go. Okay, so he is pouring in more troops. So finally, he should have a decent force. And he did break through the orc band pretty quickly. So he's going to send up these troops as well. He needs to just sit back and fire with his archers. Or maybe he should just charge in because the orcs have a lot of archers. There's going to be a lot to deal with. And the Mordor forces are falling back, getting his orc archers into position, preparing them for the flanking force of the elves as they continue to siege Isildur at the bridge. There we go. Look at the legions of Mordor pushing up here. They are pissed about their fallen leader. They want to seek revenge. The Knights of Numenor, they are exhausted, but they have to continue to fight. They have no time. The king is in need. The orc band closing the gap here. Here comes a charge from the Knights of Numenor into the orc band. That's pretty sick right there. Great charge, but he needs to get them out of there or he's going to lose a lot of good horsemen there. Archers getting ready to fire at the charging unit here. Actually firing over them, going after the orc archers, trying to silence them. This is going to be quite the battle here. It's going to be quite the finale here. He probably needs to send up more infantry to try to protect his archers here who are engaged in melee. Does he have infantry close by? He is pushing forward some infantry. The high elves. I mean, these units right here are going to be most important about this flanking force. But can they save Isildur? Oh my god. Look at this push. It's not so much that Arnor is losing men. It just seems like they're getting pushed back. And pretty soon, if they continue to get pushed back, their flanks are going to be open, and the orcs are just going to, you know, they're going to push through like a floodgate, and it's going to be game over for Isildur. So let's see if these forces can finally get in position here. The archers are racking up kills here. Lots of arrows coming in. These elven bows, man, they're so good. The forest wardens fighting off the orc band. The Knights of Innuminos have pretty much been wiped out. They are down to 2 troops trying to take out the orc band. Orc band, they're charging for it. They're winded. They're probably going to break as soon as they get close to the elves. Here's a small company of forest wardens. They have the task of stopping this charge. There they go. Stopping this ambush. See the elven position. Alright, finally the spears have made it to the front lines. And a lot of the orcs are now focusing most of their attention on this elven flanking force. Oh jeez, this is not good. They cannot hold on for much longer. The elves have to quickly win their battle. Isildur is going to have to do some cycle charges here. Or just kind of like run around, which would be kind of lame, I'm going to be honest. And here comes the elves forming shield wall as the orcs charge forward. They are supported by the archers. Oh man, I bet the elves are just sick of killing orcs. Here they go, they're charging in. And okay, so he's actually falling back here. These elves are not breaking, but they might have to hold their ground and just fight. Yep, they're turning around. They're gonna bring the fight to the orcs. Let's go. Come on, charge in. Yeah, archers, they're a little buggy. I wouldn't say buggy, but they're a little hesitant when they charge into melee, which makes sense, you know, because they're archers. But this is a pretty important battle right here. They've got to get to this bridge. Look at this. It's now a thin line of brave men of Arnor holding back the horde of orcs. Isildur is getting attacked. Oh, does he see? Okay, there he goes. There he goes. He lost a bodyguard there, not paying attention. And the bridge has been lost. The bridge is lost. And Isildur is going to have to charge in. Oh, there goes one of the goblin generals that could be huge. That's going to destroy their morale. So, victory seems certain for the orc band. No surprise there. I mean, there's a thin line of Arnorian heavy archers. So the elves here almost have broken through the lines. And then they can push to the secondary line. Actually, you know what? There is no secondary line. This is going to be insanely close. Look at the balance of power. It's pretty much dead even now. Actually, you know what? It's kind of in favor of Isildur and his elven allies. But look at this battle over here, this battlefield. Wonderful, wonderful. Love the scenery in the background. Really makes this battle come to life. There they go. They are now pushing to the final stand of orc archers. And here comes that elven line ready to charge in. Oh no, Isildur is down and it is game over. He could not hold back the hordes. He could not hold back the hordes of orcs. And that is it, guys. The one ring is lost, but instead of dying and the ring getting lost in the river, the orcs now have it in their pocket. And that is a very, very bad situation for the good guys of Middle-earth. the free peoples of Middle-earth. So the battle is not ending. So I guess we're just gonna witness the elves make a little stand here. So I think what Sin of the Dark Cloud, who is commanding the good guys, I think what he should have done is, as soon as the battle started, he should have tried to activate those elves, get them in the fight as quick as possible. Now, I thought this battle would be over. I thought it would be considered over because Isildur has been killed. Maybe they're just playing on, just to have an epic ending here. Really, all he has to face is a bunch of orc band. But in reality, if the orcs got their hands on the ring, they'd be out of there. They'd just be running away. They don't care about defeating this elven force. But do the elves even have enough to win this? Not really sure. So let's see the outcome here. We'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Let the orcs get into position. Here we go. The elves are charging in, trying to get them off guard. Trying to get them before they can form up, but they were a little too late. Here's the charge. The thin line of elven infantry. Are they good enough to hold back the horde? Pretty epic fight here. Archers, lots and lots of archers back here. 4 units of archers doing a lot of damage at the rest of the forces. And he's got some Uruk bodyguard getting harassed over here by lots of arrows. Let's view this front line here. Oh yeah, the elves are holding. I think they're gonna win this one. At least, I mean, they technically, Sin of the Dark Cloud, he was defeated because the general died, but at least they'll have a small victory of wiping out these orcs. Here comes another charge here. Orc band coming in. Here's that charge. Let's see. They are going to reach the front lines of these archers. Here comes the general charging in to try to silence these bows. They're falling back. They're going to try to disengage there. Well, I think he should just hold his ground. His infantry is going to chew up these orc band. I mean, they are losing decisively, even though they outnumber them so greatly. Honestly, he should try to flank around with one of the units, get behind the elves, because there's no way he's going to be able to defeat these elite elves in attacking them head on. He's got to get around them. Look at this small flank of forest wardens. Got 3 forest wardens over here, fighting like such brave men. Oh, there goes one. Down to 2. There he goes. Oh, get some. There you go. Kill the stinky orcs. So we are nearing the end of this battle. The general is falling back. More elves forming up on this hill. Long line of archers firing down at what's left of these orcs. Now we can just sit back and enjoy this epic slaughter here. There's a charge from the archers. I assume they've used up all of their ammo. Oh yeah, these orcs, it's only a matter of time until these orcs break. Look at that, their numbers are thinning. Oh yeah, massive break here because of the flank of elves. Yeah, he might as well just push in his archers, use them as infantry, overwhelm the orc numbers. Now a handful of orc band continue to fight on. So I guess you could say that this is like orcs just buying time for the orcs who killed Isildur to run out of there, get the ring, send it back to Mordor or wherever it's needed. The bodyguard is down to 3 men. getting chased by the woodland realm, the sentinels of the woodland realms. And that's gonna wrap up today's engagement. Really, the orc infantry has been slaughtered on the battlefield. He's got a couple troops back here, but really this battle is over. So we're just gonna fast forward a little bit, get to the end of this, and see the results. Now, oh, what in the world? What is happening here? Okay, I don't know. I guess the general was killed there, and it just glitched out and looked at the water instead of the general getting killed. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's battle. Really, really cool scenario. Now, I think they could have done a couple things that made it a bit more interesting. Like, I think the ambush, you were only allowed to attack when his army, the Isildur's army, was like in the center of the map. That way he kind of had to form like almost like a circle formation, you know, try to protect all flanks and then try to get the elves to show up. I think that would have been pretty cool. But nonetheless, this one played out really interesting. I love these custom scenarios because they're so unique. But yeah, it says defeat for the orcs, but I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a victory based on the rules of this battle. But we can see that the orcs, both armies, doing about the same, getting about the same amount of kills. And then look at this, 7,000 kills. There's a lot of troops on the battlefield, but again, most of them are pretty crappy because remember, Mordor did just suffer a major defeat. If we look at the results here, you can see the kills of the evil forces here. So fantastic battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I love these custom scenarios. If you did, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and share. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more epic battles, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.